Talk to me about what were your initial impressions of Anthony Richardson from the few weeks of his play that we did see?
I thought it was really encouraging, and I tweeted this out when the news kind of came out yesterday. But if he's going to miss the whole year, it sucks. Obviously, you don't want him to go out there and play hurt,
right?
But just the timeline of him missing the whole year, it stinks because I think everybody talked about, hey, what Richardson needs the most is reps. He needs plays, needs games, and so taking that away from him from a rookie year where he was already starting to show some nice growth was great. I love the pairing of him and Shane Steichen. From right off the bat, week one, I feel like we could see signs of Steichen structuring the offense to get the most out of who Richardson was as an athlete, but also being able to simplify the passing game to where he wasn't super stressed out on everything that he needed to read, right? It's not like they put Richardson in an offense where they said, all right, go out there and do full field reads every single time. Like there's some of that. There's some progressions. There's some full field reads. But a lot of times there were design rollouts and layered concepts and half field reads. And you could already see him getting confidence executing those plays as a baseline. And then you would expect him to just expand that as he continued to play well. So it wasn't perfect for him, but it really sucks that he got hurt because I felt like he was already going in the right direction. And beyond just the injury, if you hope it's something that doesn't linger in any way, shape, or form, missing an entire rest of the season and not getting those reps sucks.
Yeah, I was really interested to see if his sort of overall accuracy would improve over the course of the year, or whether that's going to be, a multi-year sort of process like it was with Josh Allen. But he's already, like every single game, has a couple or a handful of passes that are just beautiful, like pinpoint accuracy, layering them over defenders, firing them into tight windows, whatever it is, like perfect accuracy, but then just too many misses or too many inaccurate passes, even if they're not necessarily misses. And I think at the moment you're looking at him going, that's kind of the biggest flaw right now. It's not even any of the other stuff that you would expect to be flaws given how inexperienced he is. It's just basic level inaccuracy relative to, the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And if he can fix that, if that gets better quickly, like he's going to be really good fast.
I agree. That's why it's a bummer. That's why it's a bummer that he's getting hurt, because he just needs the games. He's got to figure out what he can and can't do, and you don't get to do that when you're rehabbing or you're on the sideline. So it's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. But I hope he just really, whenever he gets back on the field, picks up where he left off, because he was going in the right direction.
How do you think the Minshew-led Colts are going to look like? Because he's been, Minshew's a pretty good quarterback, and then has a game like he had last week where it's like, what is this? This is just like a train wreck, start to finish.
Yeah, I think Minshew's fine. I think that he will kind of remind you of why he's a backup quarterback, because these games with him are inevitable, right? You can get good performances out of him, and when it comes to being a spot starter, to me, he's one of the preferred guys in the league right now. Like, he is a preferred backup. You would want him on the team in case your starting quarterback had to miss anywhere from like 2 to 4 weeks. You'd be cool rolling Minshew out there, because you could realistically think, hey, we might go 500 without our starting quarterback, which is not something that you could say for a lot of other backups in the league. And I think that Minshew presents that kind of a ceiling. But, when it comes to, hey, you're the guy here for the rest of the season, whatever surprising finish the Colts might have had with Anthony Richardson, I don't think you have that same sort of belief with Minshew. So you could do a lot worse than him, but he's just too up and down, and it's too much of a guarantee. Sounds mean, but like, it's too much of a guarantee that you're going to get a handful of games like we saw this past weekend from him to really buy into what he is as a starter for a long period of time.
Right. All right, so there we have it for Colts fans. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as fun a season or interesting a season as it would have been with Anthony Richardson, a quarterback, but Minshew will make it the roller coaster ride nonetheless.